How's it going today? It's very early in the morning, just woke up, but I wanted to make a video that's sort of there to help people that are looking to avoid chat hearing what music they're hearing and still let you kind of control all the different sounds around you. Now, if you're confused on what I'm talking about, there was a time where Twitch kind of came out and said, "Look, you're not allowed to basically play any type of music you want. We love that you want to do it, but you really shouldn't." And people were scrambling and trying to go crazy and say, "Oh no, like how I'm gonna like play my favorite song and I want to listen to it, but I don't want chat to be able to listen to it. But I also want to be able to control the fact that there's no way for them to hear it at all." So a lot of people went around and they said, "Okay, well, we're gonna come out with voice meter and like all these different applications for Windows that you have to install." Those are great. And there's also a way on OBS to make sure your audio is behind basically a wall so that way it doesn't actually project onto stream and get recorded to the VODs. That's also works too. However, if you forget to do this or if somehow something messes up, you're basically at a standstill where you have to go through the process of reinitializing these again. So I said to myself, I was like, there's got to be some sort of hardware. So if you guys don't know what hardware or software is, it's pretty straightforward. Hardware is what you can basically hold in your hand. Software is what's, on your computer. And I am a hardware guy. Don't mind software, but software is not foolproof, and software generally can give you issues. You update your Windows, you update the driver of the software that you're using, and all of a sudden it stops working, or they all reset. So there's ways to do this very inexpensively to guarantee that nobody will ever hear what you're listening to, no matter what it is, and let you plug in a million devices so you won't have a problem. I'm going to show you what that is here. Right next to my right here, if you can see it, is the device. And this device has saved me wonders. It's such a cool little thing. It's very inexpensive. And it's honestly something that I think most streamers should have that most streamers probably don't know about. And like I said, this is not necessarily something you need to get. For example, if you can't afford to get it, well, that's entirely, your choice if you don't want to buy it and you want to stick with the software. But I'm telling you, I've used programs like Voice Meter and like Voice Banana, I think it is. And those applications tend to eventually have issues, whether they reset when you do an update, like I mentioned, or whether out of nowhere it stops responding, and all of a sudden now your audio is feeding back into your stream. For example, I was using Voice Meter a long time ago, and it's basically the way it works is your computer says, look, so when you have your computer has a sound card. So it already has a sound card built into it. Your stream says, I'm over here. That sound is boom, going here. And now anything that goes through that sound card is now able to be directed straight to stream. So Voice Meter and all these applications come out and they say, okay, we're going to make a virtual audio cable as if you now have two sound cards in your computer. So now virtual audio is playing. And virtual audio is you're projecting Spotify or whatever you want through virtual audio. So now virtual audio is through a different cable virtually. You know what I mean? It's not existent going to OBS. And OBS is not recording it. OBS can't hear it at all. So now Stream is not hearing any music. They're just hearing just the music that is through the first cable, which is everything else. But now you are hearing everything through virtual audio because you've redirected it, so now you can hear it. But then it gets complicated because virtual audio has to go here. You have to make sure that it's projecting out the proper way, that OBS is not detecting it. If the program fails, then all square one, all audio is now redirected to OBS. So that's what happened to me. There was a few occasions, not on stream, but where I went to launch OBS. My Voice Meter wasn't launched. I said, oh, okay, the audio is going through OBS. And I sometimes forget things. Everybody forgets things. So this is your only way, in my opinion, to guarantee that nobody will ever hear your audio and make sure that you are fully protected against any DMCA tracks. Okay, so instead of taking the device out because it's fully set up, ready to go for me, if I pull it out, I'll have to reconnect everything, which is not hard to do. I just don't want to do it. 3, 2, 1. Here is the cable that you can't see for some odd reason. There we go. See, I was a little bit, a little bit of an OBS noob when it comes to redirecting my my stream over. Okay, here we go. So this is called The Moukey, basically, it's a channel line stereo mixer. Okay, so remember the word channel line stereo mixer. I will also put where I purchased it from in my description, which is directly from Amazon. It cost me, let me just double check because I still have it up and running right now. It cost me $23 when I purchased it. The price has gone up because a lot of people are trying to purchase them now, but they're amazing. The way that this beautiful little thing works, and once again, this is a hardware thing, is you plug in this little device here, which is obviously just your regular micro USB cable. It plugs in to here. The power cable comes with it, so you don't have to worry about that. Sometimes they don't. You can just use a regular power adapter. Like I think I used one for my cell phone. Powers it perfectly. You should generally match the voltage that is recommended on the back of it, because if you underpower or overpower it, you can, it just requires a 5-volt DC, which is your generic one anyways. The way that it works. Okay. So over here, you have your regular PC audio. Your regular speaker cable that you would normally plug into your to your computer is now being plugged in from your computer, basically from your green port on the back of your computer. So you have a green port. I'll even color code them so it's easy for you guys to kind of understand. Oops, sorry. Gotta go over to paintbrush and then the color wheel. And so now you have your green port from the back of your computer. So you go from the green port on the back to your input right here. So that's input number 1. Then what you do is you control how loud you want that to be. Then you say to yourself, well, I also want to have my headphones. So you plug in your headphones right here. So now your headphones that you're listening to, your little headphones here, are now plugged in directly to here. So now your headphones are plugged in. So now you're able to hear everything that goes into this device. So you have your PC audio that's here. And then next you say to yourself, well, okay, I want to have my own personal audio that nobody else can hear. Anything else that you plug in here will work. So for example, I have my cell phone that has a adapter on it, so I can listen to my Spotify on my cell phone and plug it into and basically have my cell phone plug into a little 3.5 millimeter jack, because these are all like capable of doing that, and it plugs in directly here. So now I have my cell phone plugged into here, and now my cell phone, whenever I play it, is going directly into here. It's not going to my computer at all. So nobody can hear it, because as soon as I have my thing here plugged into my USB Type-C adapter, and you can do I also just switched over actually to a tablet, which has 3.5 millimeter on the headphone jack, which is generic, and then that goes to a male connection that plugs into here, and boom, you're ready to go. Now nobody can hear anything that you play through your Spotify on your phone or your tablet or whatever, and you still have 2 extra inputs that you can do whatever the heck you want with. The best of all is you can control individual audio for each output. You could also choose if you want mono or stereo. So you have everything that you've ever wanted in a small little device. And this 10 million % guarantees you will not have any DMCA as long as you set this up correctly. Nobody will hear it. So you can not only have chat, listen to whatever music they want to listen to, and you can listen to whatever music you want to listen to, and you don't have to go out and buy some crazy expensive mixer or whatever in order to actually have this, because this device does everything that you need in one. Now, the connection that is actually in here, and I will kind of point this out, you need to have 3.5 millimeters to stereo jack adapters. So these are stereo jacks. So the big long stereo jack ones that you would normally see for plugging a guitar amp in, you have to get that converted to 3.5. You can buy those on Amazon for a pack of 6 for I think $3. So as long as you buy this device with those, and you buy all the extra cables, I think the total investment that I ended up paying for this was probably around $50 total. I'm now able to use this, and nobody's able to see at all. So this is such a great investment. I'm telling you right now, it's probably one of the best things that I've ever purchased for my stream, to guarantee that I can listen to my own audio. I'm currently listening to my audio, my music right now. You guys can't hear it at all. And that's because I have it set up so it's virtually impossible for OBS to see it. So when I was listening to, for example, Pretzel Rocks on stream, or a lot of my like other music that I was listening to through Bass Rebels and stuff like that. And sometimes you have music and you're like, I just don't want to listen to this, but you don't want to have chat just be silent. So, your options are basically what I mentioned before: software stuff or hardware stuff. And this is hardware and it works awesome and it does such a great job. I hope you guys get to check it out because it's honestly super, super helpful. So, like I said, I will leave a link in the description so you can actually like see it down below and know exactly what to purchase. Again, it's from Amazon.ca. I'm not going to use my affiliate link or anything for Amazon. You can just go out there and decide if you want to get it. But I'm telling you, it's such a cool device. Even if you're not even a streamer, this is such a cool device too. It does everything you need and everything that you've ever wanted. So like you could just be a regular person just saying, you know what, I want to have all these devices go into just my headphones. So for example, if you're a gamer and you're like, look, I have my computer, but I also have my laptop. And on my laptop, I have a program that will ding at me when I receive an email or something, or will yell at me when my, like, when my a patch is out or something, and you have like another device and you want that to ding and not actually like make a loud noise. Or if you have a baby monitor and you want the baby monitor to feed back into that so you can hear it while you're streaming and not, like a lot of people are still working while they're streaming and they're trying to receive phone calls and they can't do it. So that's a great way of just having, potentially your voicemails be listened to while you're on stream, and just in case it's an emergency, because sometimes people call while you're streaming. So it's such a perfect way of just, just a little device that kind of like does everything that you need. So check it out if you want. It does an awesome job, and I really think you should seriously consider it if you're a streamer, because it will save you the hassle of setting up all that background software that takes hours and hours and hours to set up. So enjoy this video. Leave a like if you have. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And once again, I stream every day on Twitch TV, all fun and games. And have a good one.